I wasn't raped. My health wasn't in danger. I had the money. I could have afforded it. I could have made room in my life. I was just plain selfish. And that's why I had an abortion 12 years ago. And I feel like people don't talk about this. They don't talk about how women sometimes have abortions for purely selfish reasons. And it's disgusting, it's immoral, and it's something I completely regret to this day. Um, I was 26 years old. I was living down in Los Angeles. I had a pretty fabulous life, a good job, a good boyfriend. We wanted to have fun. We wanted to have unprotected sex. And I ended up getting pregnant. And we had been together for 2 years. I could have kept the baby, and it would have probably been a beautiful child right now. I mean, I know it would have been a beautiful child. And I just didn't want to deal with it. Completely selfish reason to have abortion. I just didn't want to deal with it. And I think that women either think that that child needs to be mine, like I'm not going to give it up for abortion. I mean, adoption, not abortion. I'm not going to give it up for adoption. Or I'm just going to kill the child. And that's just such a sick mindset. I had a sick mindset, a sick, selfish mindset 12 years ago when I had my abortion. And I completely regret it. And I do think that there are a lot of other women who have abortions for selfish reasons. And I'm not trying to say that you're a bad person or say that if you've done that or say that I'm a terrible person because I've done that. But I think it needs to be acknowledged. And I think we need to realize that we are sacrificing children for our own selfishness and our own pleasure. And it needs to stop. It's not okay. Abortions were supposed to be safe, legal, and rare. And now they're happening in the millions every year. And I'm disgusted in my mindset that I had back then. I was, at the time, far left, liberal Democrat. I didn't really do a lot of research on abortion. I didn't even think of it as, I just thought of it as kind of like another form of birth control. And didn't think of it, I mean, I did think of it as a life, but I, like I said, was completely selfish and didn't want to deal with being pregnant, didn't want to deal with giving birth, and I just wasn't in a place where I wanted to have a kid at the time, but we're never in a place where we want to have a kid most of the time. And it just doesn't mean that that child's life needs to be um, taken from it. It just doesn't. It doesn't. That's not a good enough excuse. It just isn't. And a lot of times, I've done research on the reasons why women have abortions, and a lot of it is because they don't like the person that they are with, or they're just not ready in their life yet. I think those are both very selfish reasons to kill someone, because that is killing a life. Like that child would be some a human being on this earth, living, breathing, walking, talking, if you had not had an abortion. So absolutely, it is killing someone. It's murdering someone. I murdered someone for selfish reasons. I was also worried that my boyfriend would no longer like me because I'd get pregnant and gain a bunch of weight and become a mom, and all those things seemed very unsexy to me at the time. And I just was worried about our relationship. And so, again, for selfish reasons, I took a life. And it's not right. Now that I've done more research and I've changed in my values and my morals and my political beliefs, I've realized that abortion is satanic. And um, this mindset that this child has to be mine, or it or I'm going to kill it, is just, it's disgusting. It's not right. You can give that child up for adoption. I could have put that child up for adoption and given that child the right to life and liberty. And I just, like I said, it's a very selfish mindset that that child can only be my child, or I'm going to kill it, when you can give it up for adoption. And speaking of that, when I did get my abortion, they never, ever mention alternatives to it. All you have to do is say the word abortion, at least here in California, and they're like, boom, bam, we're going to give it to you. Just get it done with. We don't need to counsel you on it. We don't need to, as long as once you've said that word, there's no like, are you sure? At least in my experience. Um, I'm wondering what it's doing to women, you know, what it's doing to our mental state to have so many women do this. So many women take the child out of their womb and kill it. I wonder what it's doing to us as mothers when we do become mothers, you know? First of all, there's the guilt, but also I believe there's some women that don't care about their children as much because we don't care about the child that we're killing, you know? If we really truly cared about it, we would give it life. And um, I just think that it's wrong. And I'm not like totally, I'm not totally, I don't feel condemned. I don't feel like God hates me now or God hates people that have abortions. I just think that we need to be honest with the reasons why we do have them. And yes, there are some legitimate reasons like the life of the mother. But I think most of the reasons that we have abortions as women are completely selfish. I want to go back to saying that that child can be given up for adoption. You can give that child life. It's part of you, you know, and it's kind of like killing a part of yourself. It's got your genes. It deserves to be on this earth, and also what it's doing to us in general. But anyways, I could keep going on and on. There's just so many things about abortion that are scary to me and wrong, but I just wanted to share my honest reason for why I had one. And I just hope that more women can start acknowledging their own selfishness and also repenting from it and giving that child life instead of taking it for their own selfish reasons. All right. God bless.